when I say defining education beyond the university walls, I think we need to make deeper and more meaningful connections to community organizations, to groups outside of the university, and work more closely together. One of the ways that we're making some of these connections is through service learning, which is really gaining momentum here at U of T and also gaining momentum at other universities. And I think it's a really important step where students are actually, connected to some kind of an organization or an activity outside of the classroom, and then think about it in terms of their academic knowledge to see how it reflects and to reflect on it. One of the things I think we need to be careful about, though, is making sure that as we move towards service learning, we really think about the theory and praxis of service learning. That it just doesn't become a sense of volunteerism or a sense of, even sort of going in to sort of observe. That we really think about what is it we want to accomplish with service learning, and to make sure that the kinds of models we have, if they are social justice models, or are they career models, or are they volunteerism models, in those models to think about what models will also benefit the community, so that the students are linked to the community and outside the university as they go through their university career.
From my own point of view, we need to push back more on these arguments, because I think the discourse of higher education is dominated by a false dichotomy between, on the one hand, a return on investment model, where the McLean surveys have a cover article about whether parents and students think that their money is going to be wisely invested in this program or that program, by which they mean what kind of salary will they be able to earn afterwards. The ROI model on the one hand, and the other model which says that your education is of purely personal interest, as if somehow to study political science or to study philosophy or indeed to study medicine is just a kind of quirk that an individual might choose to indulge. And this is a false dichotomy, and I think what it does is hollow out the middle of what I think all the great universities historically have been, which is bulwarks of culture and society, and indeed at their best, living traditions, which combine the wisdom of the ages with innovation and social change. And unless and until we push back and reclaim that middle ground, we're going to lose this argument over and over again.
I think, coming from a professional school, one of the things that we think about a lot is how to stimulate creative, comprehensive thinking. It speaks to our plenary earlier today about the need for people to recognize that they have very rigid mental models, and that the value of enabling conversations and critical conversations is about exploring and exploding people's opportunity to be creative in what they do. And that's necessary, I think, in the social sciences and the arts and the humanities as much as it is. It's necessary in the professional schools as much as it is in the arts and social sciences and humanities. I think the other thing to think about, though, in terms, one is to present that argument. The other thing also, though, is in thinking about the notion of community engagement, is really to question about who is the faculty and who is the teacher. And I think that we really need to be revisiting that. One of the things that we experience is we like to throw people out in the community, but we don't do anything to identify the people in the community well enough. We try as educators in and of themselves, and to have a dialogue and a conversation about what that curriculum should look like, and to help people actually have that experience be an enriching experience whereby the learners aren't just going out there to do service. The learners are going out there to learn about what service is like in that environment, and that the environments that they're in are actually very rich teaching and learning settings, and to enable those people who are doing the work to be our faculty as well, and to value them as faculty.